Hello everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Toy Room, and this is the first 3 deluxe figures I'm going to be opening. I already have my Ziploc bag standing by. Just have to go get the knife and I'll be right back. Alright, I found the scissors. The knife I needed. And we're going to start alphabetically with the Battle Armor He-Man here, which is the Origins equivalent to what I had as a kid. And you see how it's already separating? That's a good sign. That's a very good sign, because that means that there's less chance of the card back getting too damaged. However, if there's a point at which it's not separated, the card back can be damaged. That's when I cut into it above the surface of the card and hopefully get it to work. So I'll be back when I've got it open. And we'll see if the card back survives mostly unscathed. In this case, since the figures are so close to the surface of the card, I decided it would be better to just open up the card back itself. Because you've got the mostly undamaged picture of the figure, and you've got the card art section up here, which is the important piece. And you have the figure, and he mostly came out. Now, I am going to swap his head out for the vintage equivalent, of course. I'm glad they included that. It's also because the vintage equivalent is the head my vintage figure had from when I was a child. Another benefit to the figure, it comes with another alternate left hand. So he can hold his sword and his axe at the same time. Alright, so you got the figure here. I'm going to test with the new head now. Come on. Come on. Good. Here we go with the new vintage head. Pop it in there. Come on. Oh, come on, get on there. Cooperate. That's not right. It's not right at all. That's better. You can clearly see the pins in the shoulder here. Strange. See that? And you can see them. You'd have to hold his arm like that to hide these shoulder pins. Okay. So let's try the hand detachment. Good, there you go. All right, so let's put the sword in the left hand, like it would have to have been for the vintage figure. The axe in the right hand. Get my childhood vintage figure out and compare. Now bear in mind my childhood figure has wonky legs because I had to glue it in, but I realized that the figure I got from last week had 2 missing fingers on the right hand, so we can't even hold the axe anyway properly. So there's my vintage figure. There is the Origins figure. So you see how their head is virtually identical. He just has a smaller chest plate and brighter hair. But that's to be expected after 40 years. And before we take the picture of the card back, you have the comic, but as you can see, this comic has no words in it. But at least it shows a Battle Armor Skeletor, which is the next figure I'm going to open anyway, so that's good. Battle Armor Skeletor and He-Man are fighting. Good, 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 good. Now we're going to see if I can get the Battle Armor Skeletor open. But in the meantime, there's the individual picture of He-Man, which of course will be cropped later. Now we'll see if we can battle damage Skeletor open with less damage to here. We're gonna find out. So far so good. Got the figure here. And I should be able to get the comic out without it being destroyed. There. Good. It's probably the same comic as the other one. In fact, the cover is identical, so I imagine the text is identical also. Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. So, there is the Skeletor figure. Of course, I'm going to return his head with the more neutral expression one. Careful, don't break it, but luckily they do go on, so we're good. There. Neutral expression head is in place, and because I want him to be able to... Guess I'll have to put his sword, his staff, in the other bag again, like I did before. Vintage sword can almost go on the, like normal. You know, the staff can go in the right hand, like it was with the other Skeletor. So let's see if I can try the sword in the other hand. There we go, good. And there we go. And this is for the hand for the shield. So now we get the other bag out and we put the stuff in it. Sure, why not? Why not use one of these reused bags here? So there goes the old head, there goes the old hand. Okay. And there is Battle Armor Skeletor with his relatively undamaged card. Huh. So the only figure left is Thunder Punch He-Man. The comic is not entirely intact. Got a bit close to it, but you can read most of the text in here. So it's all about Snake Men and stuff. So that's quite good. I guess he's like Indiana Jones. He hates snakes. Okay, good. Card back's relatively undamaged, just gotta get the small stuff out. I got Thunder Punch He-Man standing. There's his card back and his picture. He's almost got Santa Claus type boots, except his the red is darker. He's got his little shield thing in the bag, so he looks pretty similar to the other ones. So now it's time to get the group picture. Okay. There is the group picture of them opened. And of course all the figures will go on the shelf, probably in front of the other ones, so I'll do that now. All right, so there you go. You've got the 3 figures on the shelf. Now, activate the flash briefly. There you go. And you can see the 2 figures I got last week from Star Trek. So I'm going to set them up. And that'll be next week. I'll go through the toy haul. And of course, I'll have to add to it with the toy haul from tomorrow when I go to the Ottawa Toy Show. All right, so there's a preview of next week's video, which will be the late September toy haul, September 23rd weekend, actually. That's when I went to my hobby club meeting, and you saw on Sean's model builds how I unboxed the Millennium Falcon, which is the main model I picked up from that weekend. So I'll go over these figures next week, and we'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.